It's been called the most evangelical cabinet in history. Men and women who don't mince words when it comes to where they stand on God and the Bible.
These are godly individuals that God has risen to a position of prominence in our culture.
All handpicked by President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence.
I don't think Donald Trump's figured out that he chained himself to the Apostle Paul.
Ralph Drollinger is a former NBA playing giant of a man with an even bigger calling. He founded Capital Ministries with the idea that if you change the hearts of lawmakers, then their Christian worldview will guide them to make good policies. He's started Bible studies in 40 state capitals, teaches weekly studies in the U.S. House and Senate, and now leads about a dozen members of President Trump's cabinet in weekly studies of the Bible. Health Secretary Tom Price, Energy Secretary Rick Perry, Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, and CIA Director Mike Pompeo are just a few of the regulars.
It's the best Bible study I've ever taught in my life. They are so teachable, they're so noble, they're so learned.
Has this been done before in a cabinet formally?
I don't think there's been a cabinet Bible study in America in at least 100 years.
America's top cop, Attorney General Jeff Sessions, also attends.
Like Jeff Sessions, he'll go out the same day I teach him something and I'll see him do it on camera. And I just think, man, these guys are faithful, available, and teachable, and they're at Bible study every week they're in town.
President Trump is invited to attend the Bible studies too. Each week he receives a copy of Drollinger's teachings, and when he can, Vice President Mike Pence will join the study. In Pence, Drollinger sees similarities to Joseph, Mordecai, and Daniel from the Bible, all men who rose to the number 2 position in governments at different times in history.
Mike Pence has respect for the office. He dresses right, like it says Joseph, cleaned himself up before he went to stand before the Pharaoh. Mike Pence has uncompromising biblical tenacity, and yet a loving tone about him that's not just a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And then fourthly, he brings real value to the head of the nation.
Like others, Drollinger often compares President Trump to biblical strongman Samson.
I just praise God for them, and I praise God for Mike Pence, who I think, with Donald Trump, chose great people to lead our nation.
Jennifer Wishon, CBN News, the White House.